Good evening, fellow traders. Welcome to another episode of the Trader Takeaways in the Wolf's Den. I'm the Wolf, the host. Welcome. It's Thursday, July 25th. A little bit of a slower summer day. We got professional traders on vacation. We're still in the office working. We're glad to have you guys with us working as well. So today we didn't have too many runners. We did have EDAP, CHMA, and RLGY were on main watch for us. With that being said, let's just go ahead and roll up into executions. Rebecca, thank you so much. Now here we're looking at EDAP. We had minimal trades today. The setups were just not conducive to our strategies, but we did find a little bit of failure here in EDAP. So EDAP is healthcare sector, 28.9 million shares outstanding. They closed today with a 95 million market cap. And here's the news feed down here. Now, 8 o'clock in the morning, they were coming out with just some growth and some Q2 stuff right here that we saw. Let's go ahead and go to the Jumbotron. Let's check out that 3-year chart. So here we go, 3-year chart. It just looks like megaphone sideways. There's nothing that I really like about this chart, except for the fact that in this main consolidation, we have overhead resistance. So let's zoom in, enhance. Now we're really zooming in on this. You can see my levels at 335, and then up here at 365 were some key levels in my opinion, and 346. We gapped up in the morning, and I was looking to start to short into 335, 346 were my lines. Also down below 318 was a level. We put these lines up in pre-market. 290 and 281 were potential targets. So with that being said, let's hop over to executions so we can put this bad boy in motion. Here's a 5-minute chart. Nothing special about that. And executions. Now this was decently manipulative. We were watching this after the bell. I had orders out, small orders. Here's executions right here. So I started to jump in at VWAP against VWAP, just tiny size when we pushed up and over, and then we sat back on top of VWAP. This was an excellent opportunity to trim the position and wait for additional strength. We want to get that next leg. We carried the positions up. We had a 324 average, and we carried it up, and we ended up stopping out. I had a 341 stop, 75% of the position, which we triggered. So that was a loss, and then we slipped to like a 345. So we got some slippage on that, and that hurts, and that's a direct result from just getting in too early, not trimming on top of VWAP, and just drifting up. So a lot of learning and a lot of education on this chart. We're going to continue to work on that, and we're going to continue to get better. So after we flush back down, I see the Insta stuff at 345, and I start to add back. And then we just we get a nice candle right here. This candle, 115K was this nice indication. I still didn't know what the intentions were. I wasn't exactly positive if we were going to get some more strength. And just coming off that stop, taking a loss right there, I wanted to protect myself, and I took off about a quarter of the position, maybe a third. And then we flush, and now I chose to take my first trim right here. So I'm not going to trim here at micro support, right at 312. I'm going to want those lower targets from these levels right here, right? We have 281 and 290, and we're watching the 318 reaction. So we already have a plan. We have our risk, and we're just going to let this one play out. Now this one kind of wedged, and we were watching the end of this wedge right here. They just stalled out. They printed a nice technical pattern, and then they just stalled, and the spread widened, and we were watching the order flow on this. We got some wolves in the room, right? We're order flow extravaganers, and we noticed that they stacked the offer, and they printed fast, repetitive, small red prints, right? Like enticing shorts to get in, to get squeezed. It didn't happen, and then the thing just kind of sold off. That's our opinion. That's what we think. But I did manage to top take an ad here and to just scalp the wedge. We're just scalping the pattern. Now we sell off, and I had some orders here, and we were talking about the algos. We were watching the order flow. This was just one single order. I had 600 shares sitting at 306, and these algos just tore it up. Right here is that combo. Look how they did me. This is just more clues to the story. And at this point, I'm working a 331 average, and I'm taking a decent size of the position off, another 600, so another third off at 306. Now we push back up, and I'm looking to add back. Right, I just dumped the third. I'm looking to add it back. I added a third of what I just dumped. And then we're looking to trim that position. Now this is when the thing kind of just went sideways. I have a 329 average. I didn't want to add that much size because I didn't want to drag my average down below VWAP. So I took off 600. I only added 200 back at this price. At this point, I was willing to add up top, but I don't want to add them all back, and then that would bring my average down to like around VWAP. And I don't want this thing sitting on top of VWAP with me in the red. I don't want that. I don't want to give any profits back. So I'm not going to bring my average down below VWAP. Then we're just trading sideways here. The stock is not doing what I want it to do, so I'd start to trim the position. Now these are small trims, 100 shares, 100 shares. I'm just padding the wallet. Now if we get a squeeze or an emotional push, I'll throw those back on. But when this thing just kind of goes sideways and doesn't do what I want, I'm just going to trim the position. Here's a higher low. Here's a higher low. Again, we're trimming. Here's another potential higher low, and the spread. This spread right here, this is the spread. I mean, the bid was at like 312, 313, and the offer was 317, 318. All this right here. Look at the volume. There's no volume on this. This is not a liquid enough play. I mean, this was the only thing that was really playable, if it even was playable. A lot of professional traders, a lot of my friends didn't even trade today. Congratulations to you guys. But we got in there. We wanted to wrestle this thing a little bit. And we want to stay crisp. So I took the remainder of the 500 shares that I had left off at 314 from a 329.65 average, and I just was done with it. I didn't want to trade this anymore, and it did. It pushed, and then it snapped, and just manipulation. We knew it was manipulation from around here. We had a good eye on the players, and I think I identified in the room that a majority of the printed volume is coming from one player. That's EDAP. Now we also traded CHMA. Now CHMA was a monster swing for us. You guys remember that teleportation candle monster push 2 days ago? Yesterday was all fadey parade. We took profit yesterday, but this thing was just a monster. Here's pre-market, and then this thing pushed up to like 922, and they tried to soak the bid to halt it, in our opinion. But you guys should remember this day. We came away from that with an 824.36 average, and we took some profit at 744 here, and then we trimmed some more off here. And then today we left about 40% of the position, so I carried 40% of that 824 average down, and we took a little bit here. These are all limit orders. This is all passive liquidity. I'm letting price come to me. This didn't even faze me at all. And we set targets based off of the higher time frame chart, which let's take a look. CHMA. So here's that push, right? This is kind of a little bit of a different niche. It's a little bit stronger than we're used to. But like we said yesterday and the day before that, we have a fundamental thesis on this of why this was pushed from $4. There's 5 major players involved. But here's the levels. Now this is the reason why I wanted to take profit. The majority of the profit, you can see right here. Majority of the profit we took at that 581, 585. So 580, 585 areas where we cut it. And this is the reason right here. I have a decision point marked at 578, right? So I will put my targets just a little bit above these lines, and here's the reason why. The candles are nice. Technical analysis is nice. I'm very interested in the volume. Now, right away, my eyes noticed this consolidation right here. Now, we're coming from this consolidation. This was that massive day, right? So when we see low volume areas like this, not necessarily clearance, but there's minimal resistance. And then we get down into the next consolidation. That's why we took so much profit at 640, right on top of this. We don't know if it's gonna make a turn. It's gonna make a turn on top of the support, right? So let's just go ahead and enhance again, enhance again. There we go. Now we're really zooming in on this bad boy, dropping the pants. We want to see what's going on. Now this is where this is our liquidity right here, 580, 585. This is where we took profit. Now we're really zooming in on this. There's a lot of information on this chart that you guys are looking at. If you want to learn more about the volume profile and how we trade, how we bottom tick, how we set targets, give us a look. We have 8 seats left. Shout out to the new guy that just joined. Welcome to the Wolf Pack. We're excited to have you on the team. Give us a look. We got 8 seats left, and we're gonna shut down the open enrollment. And then we're really gonna start the education process, and we're just gonna shoot for the moon, baby. We're gonna howl at the moon, right? So CHMA, that's it really. I think I took off. I trimmed my RLGY position. RLGY right here. I have a little bit of the position left. I took some off at 546. Where's my average? Average is at 632. Taking profit at 540. So we're taking $1 out of that. I still have some more targets left. Let's see where they're at. Have targets left at 516 and 508. Yeah, 516, 508 all out. Hopefully that'll catch tomorrow. If not, I'll be looking to either add at resistance here. I have to look at the chart, but I'll be looking to add, or if it's just like grindy, it has to be the right type of push. But we're more than likely looking to add. If not, we'll just exit, right? We're not going to let this thing come close to our average. We're in the trade, or we're in the green. We're going to stay in the green. Okay, and with that being said, let's just hop over to the Wolf Trading Discord room. This is the technical room, guys. I wanted to show you a couple of things that we have in the technical room, right? We have a fundamental, we have a technical, and we have a psychological room, all specifically designed to give education for that purpose. So here's a technical room. Now, this trade was previously. This is not a new trade, but just wanted to show you guys how even when we're in the moment, we're scalping the order flow here. I set these targets up high based off of the larger picture. So this is just a reminder to zoom out. This is all intraday, but to zoom out, follow the patterns, and where do we put our size? We have to put our size in parallel relation to the larger picture. Now we can even zoom out of this one day. We can look at the 15-minute candles. We can look at the 4-hour candles, and we definitely want to look at the daily chart, right? We want to, when we can get the 1 minute and the 5 minute and the 15-minute and the 1 hour and the 4-hour candles and the daily charts all aligned, that's when we A+ size in. Here's CHMA. We're looking at the volume profile, setting targets on this one. This is how we did it right here. Now you notice there's no candles in this. We want to know where the volume is deposited, and in our opinion, the volume deposits represents the integrity and the honesty of the chart. So with that being said, let's go to the weapons room, aka the runners room. Let's see what ran today. Let's see what's going to be on watch for tomorrow. Now GEMP. We were going through some filings on them. They had about $5 million in cash. They were burning about 1.1 or 1.05 million a month as from Q2. So they're low on cash. We went through the 10K and the 10Q, and we did know they had about 1 million outstanding warrants. I spent about 10 minutes on this one, and I didn't find the warrant price. So I reported the room that they had 1 million warrants, undisclosed pricing, and it looks like they just unwinded that today. That's all speculation. EDAP. Now EDAP is 6.5 on the order flow manipulation. Maybe 7 with the algos on that and the spread. 7 on the order flow difficulty manipulation. We don't like that. We want like 4 and 5 or less. 7 is just too much manipulation. There's not enough volume. That's what it is. We need a baseline volume. Today was not the best day to trade. We're up big today from that swing, and we're small green on EDAP intraday. Recker is another one. This is probably the strongest stock, small cap that closed today. It closed strong yesterday, looking at the volume. And then today it had a couple legs, and it finished even stronger. It's riding on top the 72.89, 200s, and VWAP. It's above all of the EMAs. And look at the volume. It's gaining volume. It's gaining inertia. So that's going to be on watch for tomorrow, REKR. And with that being said, we have 8 spots left in the Wolf Den, right? Wolf Trading Discord room, 8 spots left. We'd love to have you in there. We want to know what you guys are trading. We want to talk about theses, bounce ideas around. Ultimately, we're just looking to try to get 1% better every single day. All right, guys, have a great day. We'll see you tomorrow.